it on. The receiver's light is like coming down. If you've been feeling put upon, the road was drawn. You could yawn for him like it all be gone, and we just turned it on. Feel the spark, like the shock of an electric arc. It'll make the hair talk. We're kindred in the dark. Feel the spark. Music's gonna set us free. Yeah, music's here for you and me. So sing it out. You can hear it ringing out. It'll make you jump and shout. Don't you doubt, yeah, just sing it out. You and me, we get trapped in the sweet ennui, overwhelmed by apathy, unhappily, trying to water the tuneless happiness. You and me. So turn it up. Yeah, maybe we can burn it up. Let's pick the line up, don't let it up. You're ready for a close up, forget we're grown up. Turn it up. Music's gonna set us free. Yeah, the music's here for you and me. So sing it out. You can hear it ringing out. It'll make you jump and shout. Don't you doubt, yeah, just sing it out. So sing it out. You can hear it ringing out. Everybody jump and shout. Don't you doubt, yeah, just sing it out. You can hear it ringing out. Everybody jump and shout. Don't you doubt or doubt, yeah, just sing it out. Thank you.
Welcome to my album release party. The band will be here any minute now. Can I get a bit less drums? Tiny?
We sat together in the same hall, like owls and fishes, different but mounted to the same wall, against our wishes. But you showed me a different way to fix things left dead by decay. Even if at the end of the day the fisherman and the hunter don't care that we're up there crying, too stubborn or too unaware of the progress of dying. But you said the hunter only knows his gun, but we can choose not to use one. And I'll remove your hooks until there's none. Fishes and owls, we're not alone. Bruises and fouls, the wall's not our home. Your feathers will be ruffled again, as sure as the sun sets. My scars will be scraped up in pain, rubbing up against regret. We can just fly through the air, or swim till there's nobody there, and we'll find other creatures who care. We sat together in the same hall.
Thank you. Thank you so much. There's no band coming, I'm afraid. So tonight I'm gonna play the songs from the new album, from Notes Like Ghosts, and I had, a few really incredible collaborators along the way making this, and I'll mention them in turn. But in terms of a performance experience, it really is a solo record. I played everything on the record, and so just kind of put track upon track upon track without really thinking about how I would possibly play the songs live, because I'm an idiot. So, and I know these songs on guitar, and I could stand up here and strum a guitar and sing them for you, but it didn't feel like it would be in keeping with the spirit of the way the album was made. So instead I'm doing this, which is featuring a whole bunch of technology I've never used before, and so I'm doing a lot of this, that it's all going to work, and I guess we're all in it together, and it's okay. It's a little like Fred Willard says in Spinal Tap, the idea is to get it on and get it over with, and get on with our lives. But anyway, so I'm gonna play the songs, and this next one is it's a song I wrote all about friendship and support, and I wrote it to make you feel guilty if you don't buy the record. In their eyes, and I will do my best to try and make it go away.
And you can't make it, you can't make it, maybe not today. But you can't make it, you can't make it, it will be okay. You need to see all the lights you shine around. You need to know I think about you when I'm down. You need to feel how your words shake the ground around me. So if you want, we can play our spy.
Thank you.
Waiting on you. What you gonna do? That place where dance can cut you, broken glass can make you see. 'Cause when it comes down to, when it comes down to, when it comes down to two, I'm scared of me. I'm thinking today of what you might say. That place where dignity guides turn to hate. 'Cause when it comes down to, when it comes down to, when it comes down to two, I am afraid of you, afraid of the truth. Afraid of the soul, afraid of the daylight on your soul. I'm waiting on you for what I believe. That place where I turn to identity. 'Cause when it comes down to, when it comes down to, when it comes down to two, I'm scared of me. I'm scared of me.
Thank you. I mentioned some collaborators along the way, and I want to thank one of them right now, and she's here tonight, and I feel so fortunate that she lent her incredible skill and artistic vision to the project in making an incredible album cover and sleeve design, and so I want to thank so much Yesham Tostener. I can't see you, but it's a beautiful thing, and you know, I feel like we're what 4 songs in, and I feel like if you're not really liking it, you should still buy the record because the cover's so good. So, just advice. So, you know, there's a lot of people here who have known me a really long time and have followed my fledgling career, and some people have known me long enough to have actually seen me play my own songs in front of people, because I used to do it every once in a while a long time ago. And you know, they're probably wondering what took me so long to actually put a record out, and you know, it's probably a conversation for me and my therapist. But you know, I used to write. You know, I wrote songs for a long time, and I would write them like a lot of people, like a lot of songwriters write songs. I would take a guitar, strum some chords, and they start to become something, and a melody emerges, and you start singing over top of it, and you marry some words to it, and you end up with this thing. And then, if you're gonna play it with other people or you're gonna record it, you make choices at that point. You start saying, you know, will this person play organ or piano on it, or you know, should we put some strings on it? And I created these songs in a really different way from that. I just sort of let the sounds dictate the parts in a way. So I was just building things on top of other things, and so it was this process of performing, writing, recording, arranging, producing all in one, and it felt very exciting to me, and it was different enough that it kind of gave me the impetus to feel like, oh, maybe I could share that with people. So that brings us here. So anyway, and you know, for better or worse, I guess. But so I want to play this next one for you. It's the first song of this group that I wrote this way, and it's a sad one. It's kind of about loss, and but you know, I actually wrote it a long while ago. So, as most of you know, I've never been sad since. So it's perfect. So yeah, and I should tell you that I made a handful of like lyric videos to kind of put the songs out in the world, and that doesn't really do anything. But this one song got like a comment on YouTube, and I think the comment was, "What the fuck even is this type of music?" Fair, you know? If you end up with any idea, you can let me know. This is called Trying to Let You Go. trying to let you go. Songs need endings. We both know. I'm trying to let you go. Dusty novels stacked up on the floor. Purple dress on the back of the door. Open window welcomes the street from below. Empty glasses and buckets of rain. Bow ties and pork pies and donkeys and hay. Whispered punchlines and fingers entwined at the show. You and me, we were free, we could see an echoed reflection of eternity. Now I'm trying to let you go. Songs need endings. We all know. I'm trying to let you go. Thanks. They don't make these for drinking water very well. I want to, I was going to mention to you that this technology thing means that I have to like run things while I'm doing this, which makes it awkward, but you know, I've been awkward for a long time. So, I want to tell you a little bit about this next song. I wrote this song in a very cold January in Winnipeg. And I was on tour in Winnipeg, doing a show where I play a bike as a drum kit, you know, just the usual. Yeah, a little show called Spin, of which some members are in the audience tonight. And we were on tour there, and we were doing a 3-week run in Winnipeg, and we were there at the same time as an artist named Carrie Newman was there. And Carrie created this this incredible installation piece called The Witness Blanket. And if you don't know what that is, I really suggest you look it up. There's an incredible website online that they keep the website online. It's perfect spot for it. Yeah, there's an interactive website that's amazing, and it's this maybe 30-foot installation piece that's made up of hundreds and hundreds of artifacts from residential schools across Canada, and it's an incredibly powerful, moving piece of art. And our string section leader, Kathleen Kajioka, who's here tonight, because she knew Carrie, we were all kind of hanging out together, and we got to go to the opening of the exhibit, and he gave a lecture after, and or he gave a lecture before, excuse me, and then he did a Q&A after. And you know, sometimes you see a moment, you witness a moment, and it sticks with you, and that happened to me, where asked Carrie to clarify something that he had said, because he had said that Hudson Bay traders had knowingly traded with indigenous people blankets that were infected with smallpox. And she was asking him to clarify because she was certain that he had meant to say unknowingly. And Carrie said that no, in fact, I said what I said, and there's evidence for that. And it's an incredible moment to see someone's worldview shift a little bit and see that the way that they thought things worked maybe aren't the way things worked. And it really stuck with me, and it was doubly powerful because a piece of art had inspired that moment. So I knew I would end up creating something out of it, and I don't feel it's remotely my place to write a song about truth and reconciliation or the residential school system in Canada. So I hope this doesn't seem semantic, but I did feel like I could maybe write just about how that experience made me feel. So that's what this song is, and it's called Blanket. Blanket of snow, a blanket of sorrow, and arrows worth of tension on the bow. Echoes from the wood, echoes finally understood. Start by hearing hearts remove your cover me, discovery, uncover hearts that ache. I'm feeling very conflicted right now. Yeah, forget it. Well, I'm caught between two things right now. On one hand, my vanity is dictating that I not share with you how much my age has affected my eyesight. On the other hand, my vanity is also creating this incredible desire for affirmation from you that I'm doing this without glasses on. So I'm trapped, you know? It's a little like when the Raptors were in the NBA Finals, and I remember that incredible desire of wanting them to win, and then this like equal desire of wanting Drake to lose, you know, and it's just, what do, you know? This next song is another one of the very first ones, maybe the second one that I created in this way, and it was maybe a bit of an antidote to Trying to Let You Go. And, you know, I wrote it for my girlfriend, and I guess it worked because she became my wife. So if you think it's a bad song, you're wrong. Oops, and it's called Sunrise.
Sun is shining, another star alighting, and we know just for who. And there's an eclipse when I kiss your lips that the sun can't outdo. You alight me and delight me. What can I do? You inflame me. Can you blame me when I look in your eyes? Yeah, the sunrise got nothing on you. I'm in orbit, and it's a sure bet. I'm circling around your sun. And there's a gravity in my veracity, yeah. You're the one. I'm on fire with desire. You know it's true. I am burning with this year. Yeah, it's no surprise that the sunrise got nothing on you. All this is true.
Thanks. Thank you. I want to thank another person who was so important on the journey of making this record, and unfortunately he's not here tonight. And there's a handful of people in this room who have worked with him firsthand, and know how amazing he is. And then there's a lot of people here tonight who haven't worked with him, but you were at my wedding reception party and you saw him front the best wedding band that's ever existed. So that's my friend Sean Cotton. Yeah, and I've made music with Sean a whole bunch in different circumstances over the years, and he left Toronto, I don't know, 10 years ago, maybe more, and moved up north. And he does a lot of different things. He's incredible. One of the things he really focused on was doing this kind of one-man band thing where he puts his feet on his guitar case and he's got a microphone in it, and he sort of like makes a bass drum sound and has a kind of tambourine on his foot and creates this incredible rhythm thing going, and then puts his incredible guitar over top and his soulful voice, and he just creates this like the most bluesy, soulful, organic, woody sounding thing that's like, it's like you're on the best back porch in the world kind of sound. And like it's the exact opposite of what this record is, I think. And so he might seem like the weirdest choice to work with, but Sean's depth with music is just, incredible. And so I would send him tracks, all these tracks from songs, and he would make sense of them and make it work. And it was incredible. And I feel like a few people, once in a while, people give me a compliment about the record, and they often say, there's a lot going on, but I can hear all these parts and hear all these pieces, and so much of that is Sean. So he's not here, but I'm filming tonight just for archive purposes, so if we can give him a big hand, I'm gonna send it to him. Come on, Cotton. Yeah. Speaking of the record, did I say the record's for sale? Anyway, you can buy the record. Go ahead, I don't care. This is the title track from the record, and it's for anyone who's had one of those songs. Times that hearts cannot keep pace. I felt the shadow your heart casts. I feel the tempo grow from slow to fast, and I know songs can hurt the most. Notes I go in the dark times, in the sunshine, they cut so close. Those notes I go.
restrained, but history and harmony will not abstain. I know that endings have to start. I wish that I could sing some other part, but I know songs can hurt the most. I've heard notes like gold in the dark times, in the sunshine, they cut so deep and wide. You cannot hide, like the healing hand of time has lied. I write this now with darkness in my heart. I write this so you come to know your part. 'Cause I know songs can hurt the most. I've heard notes like gold in the sunshine, in the dark times, they cut so close. I know songs can hurt the most. I've heard notes like gold in the sunshine, in the dark times, they cut so close. Those notes like gold.
Thank you. Thanks. I appreciate it. There's a few other people I'd like to thank right now. I would like to thank Ray, who is doing sound tonight. You know, it's not every day that after Cameron probably that people show up with this kind of garbage. So he's making it sound great, and I really appreciate it. I want to thank a person who is doing a job that's usually thankless, and that is my friend Joan Ruja, who's working the door tonight. Yeah. Joan and I think I can actually say Joan and I have known each other for like half of my life now, which is like 12 years or something. It's, yeah, we've known each other for so long, and actually Joan is one of the, if not, like probably the first person I ever sang harmonies with on stage, and so she's a big part of my musical journey, and I'm just so glad to have her here. I want to thank another person who's not here, even though I booked the gig at the venue on the day that he's had a weekly gig for 10 years. And that's Brian Kobayakawa, who couldn't be here tonight, but there's a couple other Sundowners in the room who are representing. And if you've never been in the front room from 6 to 8 on a Thursday and seen the Sundowners, you're really missing something because they turn it into a house of magic and beauty. Yeah, go, or come, I guess would be the way to say it. But anyway, Brian, when I first was telling him like how I wanted to do this, he was totally my guru and tutor through all the technology stuff, so I owe him a real debt of gratitude. And when I told him I was going to be playing with an electronic drum kit and a headset mic, he immediately said, "You need to wear a headband." He's not here tonight, so if you run into him, just tell him that I did. And then I'd also like to thank Morgan for opening the show. Yeah, I love Morgan. He goes out on a limb and talks about weird ones and everything. It's great. I've only got a few songs left for you, actually. Wow. That's good. I mean, we all have lives, right? We're old now. We can't stay out this late. This next song, I'm gonna go full karaoke on, and even though they say not to do it, but it's kind of a special song. It's a song about a soldier in World War II and his heretofore not yet met baby. And that baby is here tonight. She actually is, and that's my mom. And yeah, so I sing it for her, and I dedicate it to the memory of my grandfather, Kenneth Comrie Sr. of the 8th Reconnaissance Regiment, and this is called A Letter Home. It's the last week of winter. It's March 44. I'm writing to tell you that I'm still in the war. Tell your mother I miss her. Tell your mother I care. Tell your mother I love her. Oh, how I wish I was there. Oh, how I wish I was there. My baby, I can't wait to see you. My baby, I can't wait to see you. If you'll remind me of her, or if you'll look just like me, or if you'll look just like me. It's hard for me to say what I do here. It's hard to say how I feel. I've seen so much I'll never speak of, and it's hard to believe that it's real. Yes, it's hard to believe that it's real. But you're brand new, and what I tell myself to get through is that all of this mud and all of this blood is for you.
end of his Saskatoon fall. I pray I get to take you to it. If God will just keep me from harm. If God will just keep me from harm. May my tears know their ending. May I be with you soon, where my bliss will know only family, but my tears only know empty rooms. Yes, my tears only know empty rooms.
Thank you. I made that all up. I have no idea who that woman is. I got a couple songs left for you. So, when I introduced Sunrise to you, you know, I said, if you think it's a bad song, you're wrong. I think most of you in this room know that I do not possess that kind of bravado or self-confidence. So much so that, you know, I had to write a whole other love song to seal the deal on this one. And it brings me to thanking, brings me to thanking the most important person on this journey. And, you know, it's a little hard not to slip into cliches on this, but I really couldn't have hoped for a more supportive and enthusiastic and positive partner through this. And you know, making a record, and it's an obsessive thing, and she was so there for me and just so willing to be excited and part of it, and it's astonishing to me, so I really want to thank my wife, Liz. I love you. And this one's for her.
Walking down the street, you're in my ear. A perfect symphony is all I hear. Even when alone, I have no fear. The rhythm of the changes keeps you near. Choruses of well-versed balladeers couldn't touch a harmony this clear. I've been humming you for oh so long, never known a melody this strong. I know that this tune's where I belong. Yeah, you're my favorite song. basking in the warm receiver's glow. The refrains and bridges really flow in the middle of the highs and lows. That groove is grabbing from below. I've been loving you for oh so long. Never known a melody this strong. I know that this tune's where I belong. Yeah, you're my favorite song. Gonna shout requests from far away. Gonna call up that DJ, tell him what to play. I wanna sing you every day. You're my favorite, you're my favorite, you're my favorite, you're my favorite song. You're my favorite, you're my favorite, you're my favorite, you're my favorite song. You're my favorite, you're my favorite, you're my favorite, you're my favorite song. My favorite song. Out here in the field, I fought for my meal. You're my thing, you're my thing, you're my thing, you're my thing.
All I'm seeing is, I can't see you, but thank you so much. Before I play the last song, I wanted to return to the album cover for a moment and a bit of an epiphany that I had about it. So when I started realizing that this thing was going to be an actual record, of course I realized I needed a cover, and so I contacted Yeshim because we have a couple of mutual friends and I knew her work and I loved it, and so we had these a couple meetings that were so great and very conceptual and theoretical in nature, and these discussions about how do you represent music with an image, and I found it totally fascinating and really not that productive maybe. And we just talked about all these things, and I didn't really know what I wanted, and I knew I had some idea of what I didn't want. And then I had a couple album covers that I really felt inspired by. There was a Nick Cave album and a Talking Heads album, and they were totally disparate, so they got thrown into the mix of not knowing what to do. And then I had this photo of a flower bush that I had taken, and it doesn't look anything like the album cover. But I said to Yeshim, like, there's something about it, and I don't know what it is, but I have a feeling about it. And we talked about how sometimes the subject of a photo is not what you're drawn to. It can be the color, it can be the composition, it can be the light, you know, it can be the negative space, all of this stuff. It's not, you don't necessarily love it because it's a picture of flowers. And so it got thrown into the mix, and then she went off to do her work, and then I got, a few weeks later or whatever, I got an email of drafts, and there were a bunch of different ideas, or a few different ideas, but the main thing were these images that look very much like what the cover is now. And I never told you this, by the way, I'm just saying this in public now. I had like 5 seconds, maybe 10 seconds, but I think 5 seconds of like disappointment and panic, because I was like, oh wait, I steered the ship. Like, I didn't mean to, I thought, I didn't want flowers. Like, what is that? I thought we talked about how it's not necessarily the subject of the photo, and like I just had this moment of like, oh, I've made a mistake. And then in that 5 seconds, that image, I just recognized how beautiful it was, and I was like, that is the cover, and it's incredible. But I didn't really know why. And we sent it to the printer, and it went off into the digital world, when it went on Spotify and stuff. And yeah, a few weeks into it being out in the world, I had this kind of epiphany about it that is maybe so cliche that if it had occurred to me earlier, I might have nixed the cover, which would have been a shame. I think a lot of you in this room know that last year, 2023, was a really hard year for me. It was the hardest year of my life, and it was shit. And I got diagnosed with cancer and went through surgery and very intense chemotherapy, and it was unbelievably hard. And there's a bunch of people in this room who were people who made that time less hard for me, and I'm still unbelievably grateful for that and indebted to them. But I also knew that I needed to produce this thing in that time, because there was something about knowing that I was the same person at the end of all that I had been, and that art was going to be the thing that allowed me to know that, or one of the things that allowed me to know it. And so actually producing the record was incredibly hard in those circumstances, but it was absolutely what I had to do and what I did. The epiphany came when the cliche of what do flowers grow in, that flowers grow in shit, and that these 11 songs on this record, these 11 recordings, are the flowers that grew out of that shit. And so Isham didn't just make a beautiful album cover, but made me the perfect album cover, and I'm really grateful. So, sorry if that was a little on the morose side. So, I've got one more song for you, and I'm just, trying to multitask while I do it. I know a lot of shows that we're used to going to, someone does one last song and then they go back there and then you applaud a bit and then they come back out and they play another last song, but I don't have another last song for you. This is it, and I am so incredibly grateful for all of you being here tonight. It means the world to me. Many of you have been here through so much of my artistic endeavors, and that you are here tonight and here to support, and it's overwhelming to me. So I want to leave you with this song. It's the last song on the record, and it's the last song I wrote, and it feels like maybe it's the right one, and I just thank you very much.
say. Their callous paddles pulling us back to before. Their anger lapping at our shore. Their apathy can make you drown. You feel your heart go down.